Imagine if just 5 minutes each morning could add not just years, but decades to your life. Wouldn't that be worth trying? This concept seems so simple that many people tend to overlook it for precisely that reason. Picture this. One morning, a 67-year-old man wakes up feeling dizzy, his knees aching, and he has to brace himself against a wall to keep his balance. Meanwhile, down the street, another man of the same age calmly ties his running shoes, ready for an energetic walk, a smile on his face. What accounts for such a striking difference between them? Genetic predisposition? Blind luck? Not at all. The answer lies in how they spend the first 5 minutes of their day. For individuals over 65, the way they wake up might be the most effective, yet least known recommendation for longevity. Recent scientific research convincingly demonstrates that the actions a person takes immediately after waking directly influence blood pressure, cognitive brain function, and joint health throughout the day. In the long term, this can be a decisive factor in determining whether a person maintains their independence at 80 or needs assistance even to get out of a chair. This article will reveal a 5-minute golden formula actively used by older adults who are aging gracefully, maintaining mental clarity, and continuing to lead active, pain-free lives. There are no tricks or expensive procedures here, just genuine, scientifically proven habits that anyone can start incorporating into their life as early as tomorrow. If your goal is healthy aging, maintaining natural health in old age, or finding effective recommendations for adults, then this material is for you. It's time to delve into 5 simple habits that can transform your aging process, starting tomorrow morning. Part 1. 1 minute after waking, warm water with lemon. Upon reaching age 60, the human body begins each new day at a distinct disadvantage, something most people don't even realize. Throughout the night, while a person is in peaceful sleep, their body continuously loses fluid through breathing and perspiration. By morning, the volume of lost water can amount to nearly half a liter. This process is neither felt nor externally visible. However, inside the body, blood becomes thicker, the heart muscle is forced to work harder, and the brain begins the day in a state of significant dehydration. For older adults, this hidden dehydration is more than just feeling thirsty. It significantly increases the risk of stroke, triggers morning blood pressure spikes, and subtly but constantly burdens the liver, a key organ responsible for eliminating toxins filtered by the body throughout the night. For this very reason, what a person consumes first after waking up is far more important than commonly believed. And no, we're not talking about coffee. It's recommended to start the day with 1 glass of warm water, adding the juice of just 1/4 of a fresh lemon. This simple procedure takes less than a minute, yet its beneficial effects extend to every system in the body. Warm water affects the body differently than cold water. It gently dilates blood vessels, which facilitates the free movement of oxygen throughout the body, and significantly reduces the strain on the heart muscle. This is particularly important for people suffering from high blood pressure or various cardiovascular diseases, whose prevalence significantly increases among individuals over 65. Lemon, in turn, is not just a flavor enhancer. This small wedge of lemon contains potassium, vitamin C, and natural electrolytes, precisely the nutrients your cells urgently need first thing in the morning. Lemon actively supports liver detoxification, promotes improved digestion, and activates enzymes that help flush out everything your body tried to eliminate throughout the night. Furthermore, it subtly but effectively contributes to long-term joint health. It has been scientifically proven that citrus compounds found in lemon stimulate collagen production, a vital protein that ensures joint flexibility, skin strength, and blood vessel health. Thus, lemon becomes a natural ally in combating inflammation and morning stiffness. One 72-year-old woman learned this the hard way. After suffering a minor stroke shortly before her 70th birthday, her doctor strongly recommended she drastically rethink her morning routine. Instead of habitually reaching for toast and coffee, she started each day with a large glass of lemon water. Within a few weeks, she noticed not only significant improvements in digestion. Her hands felt less stiff, her morning fogginess lifted, and her cardiologist was genuinely impressed with the results. This seemingly tiny habit is not a cure-all, but it represents a crucial first step, a small yet powerful signal to your body that today you choose to support it, not overwhelm it. The risk of cardiovascular events such as heart attack and stroke peaks in the first 2 hours after waking. It's during this period that dehydration, constricted blood vessels, and sluggish circulation combine to create a perfect storm for the body. However, warm lemon water helps to alter this unfavorable situation. And here's what most people miss. It's not just what lemon water does, but when you consume it. Drinking lemon water later in the day doesn't yield the same pronounced effect. Your body needs it most precisely at the moment of waking, when its internal systems are rebooting and actively seeking balance. This is precisely the simple yet powerful habit that supports the health of older adults without the need for pills, prescriptions, or complex medical procedures. It's one of those rare actions that helps prevent the diseases of aging, supports your heart, brain, and immune system, all in less than 60 seconds. You don't need a medical degree to live better after 60. However, you do need the awareness and courage to replace automatic, sometimes harmful habits with those that serve your future well-being. So tomorrow morning, before you speak, pick up your phone or drink anything else. Pause. Go to the kitchen and drink the water your body has been silently craving all night. Add the lemon. Take a deep breath. Your body will thank you. And your day will begin with mental clarity, a surge of energy, and the calm awareness that you've just made your first and most important choice to live a healthy, full life after 50. Part 2. 1 minute to reset circulation. Most people don't realize it, but your blood doesn't start circulating freely the moment you open your eyes. After 6 to 8 hours of lying still, circulation significantly slows down, especially in the lower extremities. As a result, the brain receives less oxygen, which can lead to impaired balance. And for older adults, this subtle decrease in circulation can be quite dangerous. That's why the first 60 seconds after getting out of bed are critically important. One gentle sequence of movements can radically change your entire morning, transforming a sleepy, unsteady state into a stable, alert, and energetic one. Start by standing with your feet shoulder-width apart. Slowly raise your arms overhead, inhaling deeply through your nose. Then gently lower them, exhaling through your mouth. Next, slowly and relaxedly, roll your shoulders back 5 times. After that, roll them forward the same number of times. Finally, lift your heels off the floor. Hold for a second, then lower them. Repeat this movement 10 times. These aren't just exercises. They're signals. Signals to your body that it's time to turn on and activate. Simple as they may seem, these movements activate what doctors call the muscle pump. As your calf muscles contract, they actively pump blood up from your legs, directing it back to your heart and then to your brain. This gentle yet effective push helps reduce dizziness. It significantly increases oxygen flow to your head, dispelling morning brain fog. And most importantly, it substantially reduces the risk of something unfortunately not talked about enough: morning falls. Older adults are most likely to fall or faint in the first hour after waking. Why does this happen? Because getting up too quickly without first performing movements to restart circulation causes a sudden drop in blood flow to the brain. That's when dizziness sets in. That's when legs buckle. And for older adults, that's when serious injuries occur. However, just 60 seconds of intentional movement, requiring no equipment and no rush, can reduce this risk by over 40%. This isn't just a small change. It's the difference between maintaining independence and being in the hospital. And there's more. These small movements also effectively awaken your lymphatic system. Unlike blood flow, which is propelled by the heart, lymphatic fluid only moves when you do. And this system is crucial for health. It's your body's cleanup crew. It actively filters out waste, toxins, and even potentially dangerous cancer cells. But it can't do its job properly if you don't engage your muscles. One 74-year-old man learned this the hard way. He used to completely ignore morning rituals. He'd wake up, shuffle straight to the coffee maker, then slump into his armchair to watch the news. He felt weak, dizzy, and tired before the day even began. One fall in the bathroom made him seriously rethink his habits. His physical therapist suggested a simple routine. Just 1 minute, that's all. Now every morning he rolls his shoulders, lifts his heels, and breathes deeply before taking a single step. And in his words, "I feel like I'm starting the day on purpose now, not by accident." This is what natural health for older adults looks like. It's not pills. It's not complex medical procedures. It's knowing what your body needs when it needs it and responding promptly with small but powerful habits that help you stay strong. Healthy aging doesn't require pushing your body to its physical limits. It starts with understanding how to support it during transitions, especially between sleep and active movement. This transition is delicate, but when done correctly, it creates stability, mental sharpness, and a calm confidence that lasts throughout the day. So tomorrow morning, don't rush. Don't ignore that moment of stillness. Use it wisely. Stand tall. Breathe deeply. Move gently. Just 1 minute. That's all it takes to kickstart your circulation and set your day on the right course. And in the long run, it could be the reason you're still walking confidently in your 80s with a clear mind and strong legs. Part 3. Protein in the first 30 minutes. After age 65, your muscles don't just age, they subtly but steadily decrease in volume if you don't take active measures. Every night while you sleep, your body enters a fasting state. It begins to use stored energy to power its basic vital functions. But here's the crucial point. If you don't break that fast correctly and quickly enough, your body won't just burn fat. It will start breaking down its own muscle tissue to keep functioning. This silent process is called catabolism. And for older adults, this is one of the biggest threats to maintaining long-term strength and mobility. That's why the first 30 minutes after waking are critically important. You don't just need breakfast. You need protein, and you need it as early as possible. According to numerous studies, older adults who consume 25-30 grams of high-quality protein within the first half hour of their day retain significantly more muscle mass over time. In fact, those who miss this critical window are 64% more likely to experience rapid muscle loss, even if they eat well later in the day. Consider what this means for your health. Less muscle doesn't just lead to general weakness. It increases the risk of falls, slows metabolism, weakens the immune system, and drains your energy, even if you feel otherwise healthy. One 69-year-old woman used to feel like every morning was an uphill battle. She'd wake up groggy, often skip breakfast, or just have a simple piece of toast. By mid-morning, she felt unsteady, and by evening, completely drained. After her doctor suggested a dietary change, she started her day with a whey protein smoothie and 2 hard-boiled eggs. Within weeks, her morning brain fog lifted. Her stamina significantly increased. She even noticed an improvement in her posture. This isn't about strict dieting. It's about properly fueling your body. Your muscles need protein to recover from overnight catabolism. Your bones depend on it for strength. Your brain uses it to maintain neurotransmitter balance. Protein consumed in the morning sets the tone for all your body's other systems. Wondering what exactly to eat? Don't overcomplicate it. A scoop of plain whey protein added to a shake, a bowl of Greek yogurt with nuts, a few egg whites, and 1 whole egg are excellent options. For vegetarians, soft tofu or cottage cheese work well. The key here isn't the brand of the product, but the timing of its consumption. This is one of the most powerful and often overlooked discoveries because many people mistakenly believe that as long as they get enough protein by the end of the day, they're fine. But aging bodies function differently. The ability to store and efficiently utilize protein declines with age. This means timing your intake is as important as the amount, and the benefits extend far beyond just the muscular system. Early protein intake helps regulate blood sugar, maintaining stable energy levels and reducing mid-morning cravings. It improves focus, supports hormonal balance, and even aids in weight management. This is especially crucial for those dealing with insulin resistance or trying to reduce belly fat after 60. It's part of the longevity secrets no one writes on cereal boxes. A simple shift, an intentional start, and a big payoff. You don't need to become a bodybuilder. You don't need to meticulously count every gram. But if you aim to stay strong, resilient, and independent, you need to start your day with purpose. That purpose begins with protein. Not later, not mid-morning, but within 30 minutes of waking, every single day. Because after 50, your breakfast isn't just a meal, it's a message to your body. And that message should be, today, we rebuild, not break down. Make it count. Part 4. 90 seconds of joint mobility to prevent stiffness and falls. As we age, our joints no longer repair themselves with the same efficiency as before. After a full night of stillness, the fluid that cushions your joints becomes thicker. That's why many older adults feel stiffness or pain when they get out of bed. It's not just age. It's the result of friction within your knees, hips, and spine. And if not addressed promptly, this stiffness becomes a leading cause of falls. A short 90-second morning joint warm-up can help stop this cycle before it starts. Start by sitting on the edge of your bed. Gently rotate each ankle 10 times clockwise, then 10 times counterclockwise. After that, rotate each knee in slow fluid circles. Next, stand up. Make sure to hold onto something stable for balance. Bend side to side. Slowly twist your upper body. Finally, roll your shoulders back while breathing deeply. You're not stretching for flexibility. You're warming up your joints. You're lubricating them with movement, ensuring better mobility. And you're protecting yourself from the subtle wear and tear that accumulates over time. This isn't a workout. It's preparing your body for the day ahead. It's the difference between easily bending down to tie your shoes or pulling your back because you moved too quickly. Warming up the synovial fluid in your joints significantly reduces friction and pressure. This small but consistent act reduces the risk of developing arthritis, experiencing joint pain, and long-term degeneration. It also effectively helps prevent falls, which send thousands of older adults to hospitals each year. But here's what most people miss. These movements don't just benefit your body, they have a significant impact on your mood. When you move, even gently, your brain releases endorphins, natural chemicals that lift your spirits, relieve anxiety, and reduce that heavy, sluggish feeling many people over 60 carry into their day. One 76-year-old woman used to dread her mornings. She described it as moving through wet cement, a nagging lower back pain, and her knees locking up when she stood. Her daughter suggested she try a short mobility sequence before breakfast. Just 90 seconds. That's all she did. Ankles, knees, hips, shoulders. After a few days, she stopped waking up with dread. After a few weeks, she stopped reaching for her cane. This is what true prevention looks like. No pills, no prescriptions, just movement with intention. It's another element of what makes health advice for older adults powerful when it's simple, consistent, and designed with the aging body in mind. Daily stiffness isn't just an inconvenience, it's a warning sign. If ignored, it can escalate into chronic pain, joint damage, and ultimately a fall that robs you of your freedom and independence. But when you care for your joints, when you give them what they need before asking them to carry you through the day, you build resilience and endurance. Mobility is one of the cornerstones of independence. And it's also one of the first things people lose, not from lack of effort, but from skipping the small but most crucial steps. The good news, it only takes a minute and a half. If you want to prevent the diseases of aging, if you want to protect your knees, spine, and shoulders for the long term, this habit is one of the most valuable you can adopt. Think of it like tuning a musical instrument. You don't start playing first, then tune. You prepare to play. You give your body time to wake up, move safely, and fully support you. So tomorrow, before you walk down the hall or lift a bag of groceries, give your joints what they're asking for: warmth, improved circulation, and freedom of movement. Just 90 seconds, gently, consistently, and with intention. That's how strength begins. That's how stability is maintained. Part 5. Reverse memory recall. Wake up your brain. Aging doesn't have to mean forgetting names, losing your train of thought, walking into a room with no memory of why you went there. But if we want to maintain mental sharpness, we need to start treating the brain like the body, warming it up before demanding complex tasks from it. This is where a simple mental habit performed every morning becomes immensely important. sit comfortably, close your eyes, breathe slowly, and begin to mentally review the last 24 hours, but in reverse order. Start with last night. What did you eat for dinner? What were you wearing? Who did you talk to? Then work your way back through the day. What did you hear? What did you feel? Go through your morning. What was the first thing you saw when you opened your eyes? Don't worry about getting every detail exactly right. The effort itself, the act of trying to recall, is what matters. This reverse recall exercise activates your hippocampus, a key part of the brain responsible for storing and retrieving memories. And when done regularly, it stimulates the release of a powerful protein called BDNF, or brain-derived neurotrophic factor. BDNF is like fertilizer for the brain. It helps new neurons grow, strengthens connections between them, and supports the health of your cognitive reserve, which is especially important as you age. Older adults who practice memory recall tasks each morning show significantly slower rates of cognitive decline. They also perform better on tests of attention, verbal fluency, and short-term memory, even those in their 80s. One 71-year-old man had been experiencing early signs of forgetfulness, missed appointments, losing his train of thought in conversations. He didn't want to admit it, but it deeply scared him. After hearing about the reverse memory recall method from a friend, he decided to try it. Just 1 minute each morning, sitting in the same chair, he'd replay yesterday like a movie, scene by scene, in reverse. He didn't expect much, but after 3 weeks, he noticed something strange. His memory improved. Not just in the mornings, but throughout the day. He remembered people's names, what he needed at the store, where he left his keys, and perhaps more importantly, he felt in control again. This technique costs nothing. You can do it anywhere, and it takes just 1 minute. But it's one of the most powerful tools we have for protecting older adult brain health without medication. And here's what's even more crucial. It works best when done right after your body is fully awake. This means after hydration, after gentle movements, after your joints are warmed up and blood is flowing. Once your brain is freshly oxygenated, this mental exercise has a more potent effect. Your neurons are ready. Your focus is sharper, and the benefits last longer. This is the habit that supports graceful aging advice not just in theory, but in practice. It doesn't just improve memory. It restores confidence. It reminds your brain that it's still learning, still adapting, still alive. And the impact extends deeper than just memory. Mental clarity influences mood, reduces stress, even decreases markers of inflammation in the body. It helps you start your day with a sense of purpose rather than feeling behind. You don't need complex puzzles, mobile apps, or hours of brain training. You just need to sit quietly, breathe deeply, and ask your mind to walk you through the life you've already lived, in reverse, slowly, and with intention. Start tomorrow. Don't rush. Just recall what you experienced, what you noticed, what you felt. And as your memory becomes clear again, so too will your sense of control. 1 minute, one habit, a sharper mind for years to come. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need expensive medications. Just 5 intentional minutes each morning, done correctly, can fundamentally change how you live and how you age. Because aging well isn't about fighting time. It's about working with your body, your brain, and your breath on your own terms. These daily habits for longevity are quite simple, yet profoundly powerful. They're not about chasing fleeting youth. They're about valuing the life you still have to live and enjoying it to the fullest. We believe that aging doesn't mean fading. It means transitioning into a wiser, more purposeful version of yourself. Every new day is a choice: to remain passive, or to live with presence, clarity, and control over your life. If this material has given you clarity or hope, please share it with someone you genuinely care about. A simple reminder each morning could be the greatest gift they receive this year. Your health is your greatest wealth.